I don't know how to fly a plane, but if you put me aboard a plane and ask me to fly it, I'll give it a try. Not sure how it's going to work out, but I'll give it a try. So yeah, I always had that attitude. Nothing is too hard. And if we stick to this old negative thought that I can't do it, then it's not going to get done. Miawpukek, the name itself says Middle River. So there's 7 rivers to the north, 1 to the south. So an easy access to get into anywhere you want to go. It's like living in the mouth of a grocery store. I was born not too far from here, actually, just down below the hill there. Con River, going back when I was growing up, people here trap and hunt for a living. We lived good in terms of living off the land. Our history, our culture, all that was strong. Back then, you didn't have to go to school till you was 7 years old. And that was tough for me. I don't know, it was tough for everybody, but it was tough for me. I felt very, very confining and almost like jail-like. And if you couldn't read, you were signaled out as being stupid and all those types of things. When I was 14 or 15, my dad, during the summer months, said I could go work with him in Glenwood cutting pulp. And he damn near killed me. I guess that what convinced me to leave. When I turned 16, I figured it was time to get out of here. And that's when I decided to go to Halifax. When I got to Halifax, the first question I got asked was when I got to the rooming house, "What kind of Indian are you?" I thought we killed all you guys. So that was kind of a bit of a shock to me. Of course, we grew up here and there was racism here too as well, but not to that extent. Ended up going out west, worked on a ranch. Every job I could find, I wanted to try it. Worked on the railroad, I worked underground as a truck driver. I did all kinds of work, and every job I had, I have to say, is an experience that I wouldn't change for anything. I wish I could take every young person we have here as go out in the world and get some of that kind of experience. I think it's good for the soul. One night I got lonely for salt water and the ocean, and I decided I was going to call my dad and mom, and the chief, Billy Joe, then picked up the phone, and he said it was a good time to come home and work for the community. And I think a month later I was packing on the way home. It was like coming back to a different community than I left. People was working. They were cutting logs so that they can use in a new sawmill. There was a sawmill being built. It was like coming into a beehive at that stage. In 1982, there was an election here for chief, and I very crazily put up my hand and said I accept, not knowing what the hell I was getting into. But it was certainly a turning point for me. It was beginning of a team of people that helped build this community to what we have today. The church, of course, ran all the schools in Newfoundland, and ours was no different. And we basically said, we just want to do education ourselves. We don't want you doing it any longer way. The priest said to me, he said, if you're fortunate enough or unfortunate enough to get your hands on education dollars, what are you going to do with it? Use it for cigarettes and booze? You don't know absolutely nothing about education. And they were right, of course. I didn't know nothing about education, but I did say to him, I said, we can't do any worse than you've done, Father. So determination played a big role with a lot of people to make it all work. Make sure that the church never got its dirty paws on our school again. And where our people now, when they finish high school, can go off to do anything they want. We do have one doctor. We've got a couple of lawyers and nurses and teachers. The whole premise of what we got into going back to the 70s was to start training people to do different things in the community. And that's part of a master plan, I guess, to educate as many as possible. That's our survival. We have jobs. Back when I was growing up, there's no such thing as jobs, certainly nothing in the community. And today we have 100% employment in the community. And we've got a number of business off reserve partnership with big business. We have a fish company. We own the craft store, the garage, and the gas bar, and we run our own public works. We do have a senior citizens complex that we're now building. That'll be starting this year, and that creates work too as well for carpenters and construction workers. I think when people work, they're happier. When you work, at least you can take care of your family. That's got to be worth a lot of things to a lot of people. So it makes for a healthier community, and I think we're coming around to the time when we go back in time to looking after everybody. That was what the community did. There's not a day that goes by when I don't wake up sometimes and said, how the hell did we ever get here? So it took a lot of people, a lot of good people to get here, and it is rewarding every day. And the best reward of all that is to going to school and see young kids in the school being taught the language, being taught the history, to hear adults doing education classes and being out on the land and doing things that we've always done. So that's what this community is all about, is trying to encourage more and more people to get involved in language, to start using the land again like we used to, and build a better community. When I hear about 215 dear little souls, it's a tough one to deal with. It's heartbreaking. And the only way you want to fix that is to deal with it, talk about it, and make everybody aware that we can fix this to some degree. It'll still be there, but at least we should be talking about it. We should be teaching our children, teaching our communities that this happened, it's for real, and just make sure that this kind of thing never happens again.